hear a lot of fanciful fairy tales. We are told that cricket was a gentleman's game, and historically it has been played for glory rather than filthy riches. The pride of playing for the country used to matter much more than the money one made for the game. Such are the laments of those who think that times have changed and too much money has graced the game. All that is nothing but fictitious drivel, feel-good tales we all like to believe. The truth is different. Ever since its inception, cricket was a hell of a way to make money. Professional cricketers played the game because their livelihoods depended on it, and so-called amateurs like the great W.G. Grace often made much more money than the professional cricketers, thus earning the nickname Shamator. And betting and fixing evolved since the very first day cricket was played as an organised sport. The first test matches too owed their origins to money. The early test tours was essentially money-making ventures of travelling cricketers like old Australian 11s and their English counterparts. The players themselves staked their combined fortunes and treated the tours as business endeavours, and the cricketing voyages of the late 1800s were undertaken purely for profit. This is exactly what made Malcolm Knox name his book on the pre-World War I Ashes never a gentleman's game. Through the ages, be it test tours, county championships, club cricket, or the anti-establishment tours like Packer Circus and rebuild tours to South Africa, money has been the deciding factor. But never before had the earnings of the cricketing world matched the top in the sporting arena. A Boris Becker or a Steffi Graf would always earn a lot more than a Weir Richards. As for India, a crafty entrepreneur like Sunny Gavaskar revolutionized earnings in cricket. But even then, his annual returns remained less than what an Ian Botham got for his bat contract alone. Times have changed. Now the cricketers stand shoulder to shoulder with the greatest earners of the sporting world. And with the millions of fans in the subcontinent and the Indian Premier League, the Indians roost at the top of the earning charts. Only the Australians come close. They are helped by the increased pay of Cricket Australia, but most of them had to depend on IPL as well to boost their fortunes. Here is a look at the top 10 earners of the cricket world according to the Forbes magazine. While looking at the names and numbers, please bear in mind that the exact worth and earning of an individual player is somewhat difficult to ascertain. The numbers are often approximations. At number 10, we have Yusuf Pathan. He's not even near the fringes of the Indian national team, but such is the magic of the IPL that Yusuf Pathan makes it to this elite list. With earnings of over $3.3 million boosted by Kolkata Knight Riders and endorsement deals with Pepsi and Tata Indicom, Pathan earned nearly $3.7 million last year. Makes one wonder about the correlation of performance to success if purely analysed in terms of money. At number 9, we have Ricky Ponting. The classy Australian batsman and former captain has hung up his boots but still made $4.1 million if the figures of the Forbes magazines are to be believed. The Kookaburra, Valvoline and Rexona endorsements ensure that his departure from the game has not really taken him off the charts. The money he makes is as explosive as his pull strokes. At number 8, Brett Lee, another Australian who has withdrawn from serious cricket. The Fast Bowlers Association with T20 leagues and Kolkata Knight Riders ensure earnings of $4.8 million. The sponsorship of Reebok, Gatorade and Vodafone also helps him along the way. He continues to make money as fast as he used to bowl. At number 7, we have Michael Clarke. The Australian captain is now worth more than the entire National Rugby League roster of the country. It is perhaps a tribute to his talent and also demonstrates that cricket has come a long way since his predecessor Ian Chappell fought the bitter war against the establishment for increase of pay, leading to the Kerry Packer affair. Spartan Sports, Gillette and Bonds are the brands he endorses. And even though he did not have a contract with Pune Warriors in 2014, his earnings were more than $4.9 million. Earlier, in 2013, he was labelled the $6 million man after a $1 billion deal between Channel 9 and Channel 10 of the Australian television. At number 6, we have Shane Watson. Some say he is the answer to Australia's all-round problems, and others maintain he is overrated. However, Shane Watson certainly has a steep price tag. The association with the Rajasthan Royals, endorsement deals with the ancient cricketing manufacturers Gun & Moore, as well as sponsorships of Asics and Tag Heuer, set his earnings at $5.9 million. He remains the highest paid cricketer of Australia. At number 5, we have Virender Sehwag. He is not in the national reckoning in any format of the game, but the Najafgarh Nawab is sitting pretty on earnings of $6.9 million. The bulk of it comes from endorsements underlining the value of eyeballs in the cricket-crazy Indian subcontinent. Of course, his contract with Delhi Daredevils does not hurt. Sehwag is sponsored by many, the major among them Fila, Hero Honda and Royal Challenge. At number 4, we have Gautam Gambhir. Not far behind is the man who not so long ago walked out to open the Indian batting with Sehwag. Gautam Gambhir may be out of the Indian side, but he's having a trying time in first-class cricket, and his tentative attempts at comeback in England resulted in unmitigated disaster. However, Reebok, Red Bull and Hero Honda keep supporting him to the hilt in reins of Kolkata Knight Riders, come with a glided contract. Gambhir's earnings amount to more than $7.3 million and place him high on the list of seriously rich cricketers. At number 3, we have Virat Kohli, perhaps the most high-profile cricketer of the current generation, and certainly the most talked about. Kohli has just become the full-time skipper of the Indian Test team. Far more profitable, of course, is the Royal Challengers Bangalore captaincy and sponsorship of Nike, Pepsi and Toyota. Reports are conflicting, but Kohli's earnings for the past year hovered somewhere close to $11 million. Not surprising though, given that the supremely talented batsman was rated the second most marketable athlete in the world by UK magazine Sportspro, just behind Formula 1 driver Lewis Hamilton and ahead of the likes of Usain Bolt, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. At number 2, we have Sachin Tendulkar. More than a year after his emotional farewell, the master batsman remains the most remarkable phenomenon witnessed in modern cricket. The earnings from cricket has of course understandably dwindled, but a whopping $18 million still made it to his bank account in 2014 by virtue of glittering endorsement contracts with Adidas, Coca-Cola and Castrol. He may not be trotting out to bat for India anymore, but Sachin Tendulkar still rules the cricket market with his incredible charm, charisma and fan following. And finally, at number 1, we have MS Dhoni. He has quit the captaincy of the Test side, but remains at the top of the chart of cricketing financials. Dhoni, who is often picked up in a private jet to grace the endorsement commitments, has a net worth of more than $100 million. According to the Forbes magazine, Dhoni earned a whopping $27.43 million in the past year, while other sources indicated that the figure was actually closer to $35 million. The cricketers not too long ago used to struggle to make it into the top 500 among the highest paid sportsmen. Alan Border's contract in 1994 as the highest run getter in Test cricket was worth a mere $100,000. And now, with his incredible earnings, MS Dhoni has climbed to a creditable number 22 in the rich sportspersons list. Floyd Mayweather, Tiger Woods, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal still remain considerably ahead, but the cricketers are on their way to closing the gap.